Good morning, Josh Carpenter here with today's morning Buzzcast on Friday, August 29th, the final Buzzcast of August as we head into Labor Day weekend, and we're going to start with where else but the Dallas Cowboys. I'm in the 7th episode of Netflix's new series on Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, when my Carolina Panthers ended the dynasty in that 1996 NFC divisional round. I still remember that like it was yesterday. So it's pretty fitting that just weeks after the release of that show, and just a week from the NFL opener, Jerry Jones makes a monumental splash in trading away star pass rusher Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. While it shook the NFL world on Thursday, can you really say you're surprised? Through his 3.5 decades owning America's team, Jerry Jones has always been a tough negotiator who's not afraid to make a brash and sometimes risky call. Let's not forget his move to sign with Nike while the NFL was aligned with Reebok, or his decision to move on, mutual or not, from Jimmy Johnson after back-to-back Super Bowls. And drawing one more parallel, what about the stunning trade of Herschel Walker that allowed the Cowboys to assemble that dynasty through the NFL draft? So trading Micah Parsons is a stunning trade because of the caliber of player he is. It's not often that teams are willing to move on from franchise cornerstones. But in the case of the Dallas Cowboys, are we really surprised? Let's move quickly over to golf, as Thursday marked 1 month on the job for new PGA Tour CEO Brian Rolapp, and he marked that first month with announcing a voluntary buyout/retirement program to some employees during an all-staff meeting in Ponte Vedra Beach yesterday morning. Now, Rolapp did not delve into specifics on who it would be available to, but sources inside the tour told me it's likely available to between 5 to 10% of employees. The tour has a global staff of more than 1,300 people. In addition to the retirement package, Rolapp also discussed the tour's long-term plans, including that newly announced Future Competitions Committee that was rolled out last week at the Tour Championship at Eastlake. The head of that committee, Tiger Woods, was also in attendance at Thursday's all-staff meeting in Ponte Vedra Beach and backed up Rolapp's talking points. The retirement package is nothing new for Rolapp. The NFL did something similar just last year, and he termed it Thursday as something needed to reallocate resources so the tour could reach some of its long-term goals. If you listened to Rolapp's State of the Tour address last week, you'll recall he talked about being aggressive, using that word 6 times throughout his opening press conference, as well as scarcity. While his words on scarcity likely were referring to the tour's on-course product and schedule, it's something that will be at the forefront for the tour as a whole as it continues on its path as a for-profit entity. We're going to talk some college football today, with the season officially getting underway this weekend. I thought it was pretty interesting yesterday to see USA Today rank its most powerful people in college football, and no surprise to me at least, SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey was at the top of that list. Now in his 11th year running the SEC, a number of top executives spoke to Sankey's intellect and experience. Alabama AD Greg Byrne called him often the smartest person in the room, while Oklahoma's Joe Castiglione lauded Sankey as a forward thinker who's built up a treasure of trust with the group he serves. Sankey just a few weeks ago was here in Charlotte speaking at a local function, and boy, can he command a room. He spoke at length about his rise to his current role at the SEC, along with his hobby of reading books and running marathons, a number that has reached 41. So it's not really that surprising at all to see Greg Sankey ranked number 1 here. Ranked number 2, ESPN's Burke Magnus, followed by the Big Ten's Tony Petitti and Fox Sports president Mark Silverman. Antitrust attorneys Steve Berman and Jeffrey Kessler rounded out USA Today's top 5 most powerful in college football. We'll stay with college football because that's where I want to end today's Buzzcast. There is a ton of noise around college athletics, not all of it positive. NIL, private equity, the transfer portal. It can be tiring to keep up with, and I know it's taken the shine out of college athletics for a lot of folks. But to me, even with all that distraction, there's still nothing better than a college football Saturday. Detractors would say the NFL product is probably better, and I'd agree on some levels. But regarding the environment, it's not even close. Growing up in the South, I've been exposed to the best college football venues in the country: Knoxville, Athens, Clemson, Columbia, and even Gainesville. Friends know I'd be completely content going to campus on game day, experiencing the sights, sounds, and smells, and then going home once the ball is kicked. It's all about the nostalgia of game day for me. That nostalgia grew over the years in large part because of ESPN's College Game Day and specifically Coach Lee Corso. Game day has been appointment viewing over the years, and I can't tell you how many times I've shared laughs or comments with my dad or friends about Coach Corso's weekly headgear pick. So it's pretty bittersweet that I'll be making his final pick on Saturday in Columbus for the Ohio State-Texas game. I want to point you to my colleague Ben Portnoy's fantastic story on Corso at sportsbusinessjournal.com, recounting some of the tall tales of Corso as he heads into his 431st headgear pick tomorrow. As Ben writes, there will be a lot of smiles and also a lot of tears. But as the old saying goes, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. So as Lee Corso's career comes to a close, I'll just say, not so fast, my friend. We've got one headgear pick left. For Sports Business Journal, I'm Josh Carpenter. Have a great college football opening weekend, and we'll see you down the road.